In their mayoral debate on September the 25th, 2018, Jennifer Keesmaat and the incumbent mayor John Tory sparred over housing and gun violence. The debate was disrupted for 2 or 3 minutes by the far-right mayoral candidate Faith Goldie, who tried to enter the debate without having been invited into it, and then some security officers took her away. In that election debate, Mr. Tory asked his former city planner, Ms. Keesmaat, why she never took action herself. Where was your voice, which is so loud today when you are a political candidate? Mayor Tory claimed that Ms. Keesmaat didn't bring plans for affordable housing forward at any meeting he or his deputy mayor attended. Building 100,000 units of affordable housing over the next 10 years has been a cornerstone of Ms. Keesmaat's campaign. However, Mayor Tory has called that plan doomed to failure. Ms. Keesmaat disputed Mayor Tory's assertion about inaction on her part, saying affordable units planned for the former site of Honest Ed's and on Tippett Road were a result of her work. Affordability dominated the debate on Tuesday afternoon, along with heated back and forth on transit and crime reduction between Mayor Tory, Ms. Keesmaat, and fellow mayoral candidates Sarah Kleiman-Haga and Sharon Gebrselassie. As the debate began, around 24 supporters of mayoral candidate Faith Goldie, a far-right white nationalist who has appeared on a neo-Nazi podcast, had gathered outside the Chorus Quay building to protest her exclusion from the event. While the candidates inside focused on solutions to gun violence, shots rang out just blocks away in Regent Park, killing one male victim. Ms. Keesmaat around the same time pointed out that there had been more than 1,000 shootings since Mayor Tory took office in 2014. This has been one of the most violent summers on record, she said, adding that the city has fallen behind on 911 response times. This is completely within our control. We can do this with strong leadership, she said. Mayor Tory came under fire from Ms. Gebrselassie during the debate, who urged him to back down from a plan to hire 200 new police officers this year and another 200 in 2019. As a human being, as a father, as a grandfather, and as the mayor, the city's gun violence keeps me awake at night, Mayor Tory retorted, saying he won't abandon his plan to expand neighborhood policing. A top-down approach is not going to work, Ms. Keesmaat responded. It hasn't worked. Mayor Tory called himself a national leader on the push to ban handguns. Within the past week, the federal government announced the launch of nationwide consultations on the proposal. Ms. Keesmaat challenged Mayor Tory's previous statement that such a ban would be an empty gesture, to which Mayor Tory responded that he changed his mind upon seeing a report from Toronto police. He claimed that he had worked effectively with the Ontario provincial government and the Canadian federal government, and thus should be allowed to serve as mayor for a second term. He accused Ms. Keesmaat of a stomp-your-feet approach to other levels of governance. A Globe and Mail journalist asked the candidates about recent adversarial relations with the provincial government over the cuts to the Toronto City Council. The new Premier or Provincial Prime Minister of Ontario, Doug Ford, recently announced a controversial plan to slash the council approximately in half, down from 47 seats to just 25, claiming that supposedly nothing gets done in the current 47-member Toronto City Council and that a smaller city council would be a more efficient one. Mayor Tory maintains that such cuts were rammed down their throats in the middle of an election campaign. He said he will still try to make this relationship work because that is what the people of Toronto expect me to do. This report was contributed to the Globe and Mail newspaper by Victoria Gibson. No copyright infringement intended.